that's why they call it the blues. How come I can't? Living with children, living with lovers, and I guess that's why they call it the blues. Nah, 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 nah. Uh-oh. Sorry, I turned you guys off. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Living like lovers, rolling like thunder. And I guess that's why they call... I don't want to do this. You guys, I slept so much last night, but I just don't want to do this. It didn't turn on. Oh, now it's going. 2 days in a row with 0 notifications, but it's just a minute. Hi, Sean. Glad of you to show up today. Glad of you just to be here. Hi, Penny. Happy fucking Monday. Hello from London. London, you must be nighttime. I got a big stain on this. I don't know what happened. My poor shirt. What is that? Ugh. I hate that shit. How am I doing? Irritated. Just kidding. I'm not. When I wait around too much in the morning time, it just fucking fucks me up. Happy Monday. Happy fucking Monday. What's going on this week? Anybody have any exciting things this weekend? This week? Fuck, it's Monday. Hi, Heavy. Nothing going on today. You know, my gardeners didn't come because it was the 4th of July, so obviously they took that day off. So I'm debating whether or not I want to mow my grass in the front. The back, I can't get my mower back there. Yesterday was really cool. We saved a huge snapping turtle. Oh shit, that is cool. You got to be careful of those snaps, though. Snap, snap, you know. Hi Kay, I see you coming in. Thank you, Tracy, for the rose. Remember, tap, 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 tap on the TikTok. Double tap on the YouTube. Swimming, it's hot. You're swimming. Yes, I didn't swim yesterday, you guys. I went, if you guys saw my video, I did watch the game, the England-Mexico game, though. I really did. I didn't think that guy should have gotten a red card. I didn't think that at all. But that sucks. I don't think that red card was... Oh, that wasn't Mexico. That was England. I don't think the England guy should have gotten that red card. I think that was stupid. Sorry, Mexico lost. That game was really good. That game was really good. So, anyway, you get a hysterectomy? I wouldn't be scared, Michelle. That'll be good. Get that shit out. So venues, we went to go see venues yesterday. Sitting in the back seat just makes me ill. I can't do it. It just sends me in an immediate and Dan was bitching after a while. So I was just so irritated by the time. He just bitched the whole time, bitching about the venues, bitching about driving so far, bitching about everything. I was like, dude, why did you come then? I could have literally just taken Grandpa. And we could have had a pleasant time. So by the time we got home, I was so grumpy and my head hurt, but I wanted to go see one more venue out here. So I dropped them off and went to go see the venue because Hannah wanted to see it and just have an idea. So we saw her top 3 and I was irritated. By the time I got home, I was dead. My head hurt, everything. I was just riding in the back seat of the car. I was also working and doing videos, and so it just makes me sick. So you guys make sure you give those videos some love. Grandpa was so fun. He just sat there half dead half the time. He's been really tired. He's been really tired. He perked up last night. Dan brought him in the room. I was like, he needs to go to bed. I'm in bed. I literally told Dan I cooked dinner, and I didn't even want to do that. I fed Grandpa, gave him his pills, did all that stuff. And then I was like, I have to lay down. Like, I have to lay down, right? Like, I was just not doing well. And so I went and cleaned Grandpa up. And then I told Dan, I was like, tonight you're on it. You know, I've been doing everything. I've been doing everything for like a month at night, pretty much. And so I was just like, I can't. I checked out. And Dan did it. He didn't complain. But I've been covering his ass for a long time. And then next week he's going for 4 days. So I'm on my own for 4 days. Shit. Anybody want to fly out and help me? Grandpa's what got you started. Oh, you seem like, did you graduate with honors, chickens and waffles? Did you graduate with honors? Sounds like it. So you're in. Chacha's coming. As long as Dan's gone, Chacha's in the house. She's like, well, what's going on next week? I said, Dan's leaving me. And she said, perfect, I'll be there. Chicken and waffles over here. Grandpa's what got you started. No doy. No doy, chicken and waffles. Sounds like you're a straight A student. Fuck. Who's got pooping duty? So I can relax. Y'all gotta get used to going poop pop. Poop. Poop. Shit, both Ed and I are gonna be constipated together. Ed, poop, I'll be right back. I'm pulling for you. That's gonna be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Push! Hi, Beth. So, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to start I need to start working on this poop shit before he leaves, because I can't. Yesterday, I was Dan yelling, poop! Push! I was like, fuck. Shit. I'm gonna have to set an alarm to wake up. So, anyway, it's going to be an interesting 4 days for me. The last time I was with him for a couple days wasn't bad, right? Because new phases. This phase is very difficult. Caregiving is hard, yes. Caregiving is really hard. Pop-push. This is a hard phase. The pooping especially, because he can't. He forgot. What was the song that Dancing to Hannah, Vienna by Billy Joel? Billy Joel, Vienna. He's on every suppository imaginable, without alarm. It should be detectable. No, that poop is detectable. Heavy, abso-fucking-lutely. But I'm gonna have to get up a couple times in the middle of the night like a baby and change him, so I don't have messes, you know. That's the only thing, is that Dan changes him at 11, and then I get to him by 5:36. So we'll see. I might push time a little bit, but I'll get him. I think I've like already started planning out what I'm gonna do. You know, I'm gonna quit liquids at a certain time. I'm gonna be different, because just to help me out in the middle of the night. Especially because I'm gonna be alone. So yeah, it's hard. And you know, the pooping stuff is hard. You know, it's because, you know, he doesn't really poop until he stands up. Andrew will be home, yes. But, you know, he's not going to wake up and help me, but he'll be home for safety. Yeah. I'll have the caregivers during the day, so I'll be able to, you know, go run my errands, do what I need to. The colonoscopy bag. You know, Julie, I'm going to tell you something. The bags, yeah, are difficult, but sometimes at this point, the catheter, even though what a pain in the ass it is, sometimes those things are easier than not having them because of everything that goes with it. You know, it's easier. You could sleep through the night with those things, but you can't when they're in diapers. And when pooping gets bad, right, there's that possibility pooping's going to happen in the middle of the night. And sometimes it does, you know. Then you have to do a full clean, and this phase is very hard. It's very hard. Tap, 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 tap on the TikTok. Double tap on the YouTube. So this phase, you know, and from here on out, when Dan and I leave, it's going to be harder for that other person, right? It's just, that's where we're at. For everybody who bought that book, the Millie Pig 4th of July book, if you didn't have the end pages of the characters, Cha-Cha just returned hers and got the new one. So you can get one if you don't have that. So if your book, your Millie Pig book, does not have the page with the characters listed, you can return it, say it's defective, and they'll send you a new one. Just so you know. Because a couple of my people who ordered the Millie Pig book didn't have that last page. And when I get to standing up, I'll show it to you. So check your books, because that's an error on Amazon. Hi Denise, how are ya? So yeah, I'm not looking forward to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fuck. You love my Millie Pig? She's a cute pig. I didn't post the video yet there today. Hi Joseph. So Sweet Pea, I think today I'm gonna post Sweet Pea. She was attacking my foot in bed the other day, and she was so cute. Sweet Pea she's very skittish, so she's not always interactive. She loves Dan. Sweet Pea loves Dan. The minute that Dan lays down, Sweet Pea knows, and she comes and she lays with him. That's her person, is Dan. So she was playing with my feet the other day, and I thought that was fun, so I recorded it. Millie Pig, I know. She's so cute. She's very talkative, and I think, you know, she also likes, like Grandpa, being on the video. I think she talks to the camera as well. So I don't have much going on this week. Got to get the nails and toes done. I go to my maxillofacial doctor for my injections, which are necessary because I'm dying. I took an Advil this morning, so when Danielle takes Advil, you know she's struggling. I woke up with a headache as well. I was clenching a lot last night. My neck is hurting. Ugh, I'm falling apart. So today is shower day for Ed. Today's live night. Let's see what else. I'm trying to decide if I want to mow. I kind of don't feel like it. I don't know. I might just let it go. And Wednesday, I'm excited to get my injections. But I think that's really it. I have lunch with a friend on Friday, and Friday's also date night. And that's it. I don't know what's happening this weekend, but nothing, probably. Yeah, she talks. Dr. B, she loves music, and she likes to be talked to. She's just always, you can see if you can't hear her, you can see her belly when I talk to her. She always does that. It's the way she communicates. But she loves music. Loves it. When you sing to her, if I just have it on the speakers, she's been around music, you know, a lot, ever since she was little. So she really enjoyed it. And pigs do. Generally, pigs love music. So that's it. I did not even touch my book this weekend. I cannot get through this book. I have another one waiting for me, but I cannot get through this book. How far do I run, Julie? Depends on my body and how I'm feeling. Even though I slept like 9 hours last night and my ring is like, yes, I'm in the 90s for recovery and everything, I still feel yucky a little bit. And that's, I think, my medicine. Hi, Beachy. The book Glass Houses. Yeah, you know, and it's just hard to, I can't finish it. It's really hard for me. So I really need to, so I can go on to the next book. I did 2 lives this weekend. And normally I don't do them because I read. But I didn't want to read, so I did lives. Oh my God. Stop swinging your arms so much. Jeremy. Stop writing stupid shit. How's Grandpa? He's had a tough couple of days. He's just really tired, you know, droopy eyes. Yeah, just droopy eyes and cognitively just very slow, which means everything's slow. Walking is difficult, everything. So, very slow, yeah. Give me moderator option here. Why would I give a stranger a moderation job? You know? But people ask to be moderators. My moderators have been doing this for a long time. And I know them. What injections? Botox for my TMJ. Yeah, and my traps and all that stuff. My headaches are coming bad. Really bad. Yeah, poor guy. He's 94, you guys. You know, this is just where we're at. This is life. This is the future, you know? The future. The future dies, right? Eventually. He lived longer than most. He has a good life. Does your med make you not hungry? My med it's all over the place, honestly. Yesterday I was hungry. I ate lunch at 2:30. Had a protein bar for dessert. And then I didn't eat dinner. I was so full, my head hurt, which isn't good. I had watermelon, and that was about it. It's up and down for the most part, yeah. But I do eat, when I do eat, I eat a big meal, because I'm hungry at that point that I start eating. Yeah, you know, I slept. I should feel good, you know, but that medicine kind of puts once I get going, like I told you, once I get going, I go, you know, but it's hard getting going. Do I take ADHD meds? No. What type of lawyer was Bob? I don't really know what type of lawyer Bob was. I don't really know who Bob is. But Dan, criminal. Yeah. So, criminal attorney. So, yeah, so for Ed, it is what it is, you know. People say shit. You know, the people say the stupidest shit. Oh, he's declining. What's the point of mentioning that? That's fine, Delta. I was just laughing. Bob. I don't know Bob. So, people, you don't need to write that stuff. You know? You don't think we know? He's the fucking 94 with dementia. No shit, he's declining. Why do we write that? Does it make you feel better? It's mean. He looks horrible. I mean, why write that? Again, we all have horrible looking days. You don't need to announce it. People feel the need to just be mean. I also get a kick out of the people who are really just genuinely kind souls. And they text, you know, they DM me on the side and give me advice, and they're like, I don't want to piss you off. Don't be afraid of me. You know, there's such a way to communicate to people that shows you're not being an asshole, right? I'm not a mean person. It's the way that people attack me and or phrase things in such an ugly way that that's when I become a bitch, right? The passive aggressiveness. But you don't need to be afraid. This sweet lady gave me some advice, and she's like, and I don't want you to be mad at me. Girl, the way you communicate was so sweet. How could I be mad at you? Don't be afraid. It's all how you present yourself in the message, right? I love things. I love to learn what worked for you, right? But most of the time people give me advice, it's like a dumb shit thing. Like, okay, dumb shit. Have you tried hearing aids? Stupid shit like that. Well, yeah, it's hard to get, it's hard to be nice to shit like that, Have you tried puzzles? No, I've had them for 6 years. It's like those stupid things. I'm not going to get mad at a follower who genuinely respects me, likes me, and wants to give advice. So please don't be afraid. And there's no reason to. Even if you're trying to give me kind. Even if it's something that I've already done, It's all in the way you communicate. Period. Mr. Happy says collapse, please. Or you just want me to fall down and die? Oh, Mr. Happy, that's nice. Have a happy Monday. Condescending. It's the passive-aggressive comments. It's those things. But any kind person who has great suggestions, I love it. I'm not going to be mad at you. So please don't. I'm not a demon. I'm not a wild bear. I'm just a human who has feelings and who has, just gets annoyed with the same monotony over and over again. Like the fucking, the constant, have you ever tried hearing aids? Even if they're trying to be nice, I just can't anymore. I just can't reply to those questions. Or I just can't. It's just like people, how, don't you, huh? No, never thought of it, ever. No, never thought of it. I love yelling at the top of my lungs, repeating things and everything like that. It's my favorite pastime, repetition. Being loud, love it. Helps my head, helps my soul, helps my heart. I love it. I cannot have an effective communication if I'm not repeating myself or getting loud. Who wants to speak riot? Who wants to speak inside voices? Who doesn't want to repeat themselves? Motherfuckers. Come on. Shit. Dan's always like, well, new people come in and out all the time. It could be a logical question for them. Well, then you can fucking answer it. No, we just want to hurt ourselves. Like Patricia, why not run outside? To me, that's a stupid question. To me, that was a stupid question. Why not run outside? Dan would say, oh, that's just a curiosity question. Because I'm not. Because I'm doing what I want to do right here with my people. To me, it's just like when I'm washing dishes. What are you doing? Huh? No. If hearing aids worked, don't you think we would have them? I mean, why don't people think that? I would think, oh, I wonder, obviously, hearing aids don't work for him. Right? I mean, to me, it's obvious that if somebody has had him for 5 fucking years, you would obviously know, that obviously something's not right. Dan is right. Patricia, why ask that question? Why not just answer without calling it stupid? I think it's a stupid question. It's my opinion. 100%, I think it's a stupid question. Patricia's mad because I called it a stupid question. Just because it's obvious to me. I'm running. Obviously, if this is where I'm running, this is where I want to be. Or I would be outside not talking to my people. Is that common sense? Does anybody question why? Don't you think if I wanted to run outside, I would be running outside? Yes. I feel like it's just questioning just me in general. Like, why are you not running outside? Well, because I'm here and this is where I want to be. You just love to say words, don't you? Well, I don't know if you know much about social media, Linus, but it's called communication, and you can't sit on a live not talking. Woo! I can see honors wasn't for you. No, Patricia, you just came in at the right time when I was talking about the way people phrase things. I'm just different. I think it's a stupid question. I would never ask somebody why they're running inside. Why are you running on a treadmill? Why are you asking a stupid question? That's just me. Stupid. Don't you think hearing aids are an option? Stupid question. Why are you out running outside? Stupid question. I don't have tolerance for those things. I just don't. You know, like me, love me, or don't. I don't give a fuck. But the obvious questions, I call them stupid questions. Washing dishes, Patricia, are you one of those people? What are you doing? You know, what are you doing? Sitting out by the beach with a margarita. So, Lemmy, is Ed still alive? I believe so. I changed his diaper at 5, so common sense. If she's on social media, you need to lower expectations with people. I don't have to lower any expectations. Stupid people, I don't make things valid. Hate, not valid for me. Common sense, we know people don't have it. I just wish they had more. Pegging a rug. I'm pegging a rug. Oh, shit. Thank you for tapping. Keep tapping on the TikTok. Double tap. Patricia, give me a tap before you leave, though. Girl, I'm just helping you out, you know. Maybe, this is why. I knew she was being condescending. I always can peg the angry women. She said, Patricia, she's been talking. She's been bitching. Oh, you're angry. I hit a nerve. Patricia, you don't know much about me, do you? And she said, well, maybe if you ran outside, you wouldn't be so angry. Yeah. No, I'm angry with stupid people, Patricia. Stupid. S-T-U-P-I-D people, you know? I just noticed my special gift. Your special gift? What's my special gift? Bravo. Thanks for showing us an example of what stupid passive-aggressive people look like. That's the problem, right? And no, I shouldn't have low expectations. I have high expectations for people. But people always learn to disappoint because their heads above their ass. Us Gen Xers have a lower tolerance for stupidity and lack of common sense. 100%. I would be more irritated running outside. Bugs, heat. She isn't angry with running. She's angry because she isn't running. And she's not as pretty as me. She was a condescending person. Condescending. She was condescending anyway. Yes, you could tell. And I knew it. My eye for people. Now, I do make mistakes. Oh, Gabriel. That one. I can always peg the women who are just being bitchy because they're sitting on their ass, not doing anything. I come on looking like half dead, woken up, the whore on crack cocaine, I'm being pounded, and they're just still jealous because I'm still more pretty than they are. So, yes, I always can tell the bitchies. Anyway, she isn't running outside because she needs to be close to the bathroom. That is also true. Sitting on their curtains. Their meat curtains, probably. Can I heart you? You can love me all you want, baby. By tap, 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 tapping. Remember, tap, 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 tap on the thing. Double tap. Yeah. My shirt says big fan of human rights. You know. Duh. See, there's more. So, you know, I was Trump. Trump was also very upset about the red card. Now, one of the very few things that I agree with him on. So they're talking about it on the, anybody watch the game? The England-Mexico game? Anybody? And I was really, I think they went a little too far with the red card. Now, as you know, my daughter played college. I've been around soccer a lot, so I didn't think that was intentional at all. I think he was just trying to get the ball. It was an intense game. It's soccer. And anybody else feel that the red was a little too strong? I thought it was. Regardless of who the team was, I wasn't really rooting for anybody. It was just a good game. So I was watching it, and it's getting closer to the end. So that's when I start picking up, you know, the watching of the top teams, the seeds. So England won. England did. And that was supposed to be a really good game, right? So it was on when I was half done on the USA is today. I'll watch that game today. I don't know. Anybody know what time it is? So England won, which was a big upset for the Mexico team. But, you know, it's soccer. But, you know, Trump, I guess, was upset for the red card, too. I was going to the bathroom this morning, and 8:30 morning or evening. It'll be a good game tonight. Who is the U.S. playing? Is it happening right now or tonight? Okay, where are they playing? USA and who? Who are they playing? Bosnia or something? But anyway, I was on the toilet peeing. I thought it's one of the very few things Trump and I agree on. But it's funny how, you know, the way he tries to, you know, use his powers. You know, I need FIFA to relook at that. It's just soccer. People are going after each other. Obviously, he doesn't know anything about soccer, but he did believe it was a rough call. People running at each other, things are going to happen. I need a re-examination. Too harsh of a... I mean, Have we known any president who's gotten involved in things like that? I could be... Is this normal? Anybody? No. I do agree with him. So I might support him if he has any powers of persuasion in this, because I think it was a tough call. And that means this guy can't play at all. And then England had to play with 10 players. And they did a good job. They just happened to be the better team that day. No. I was literally on the toilet just giggling, shaking my head. Oh, Lord. Judith, that's what the Bluebird said. That call hasn't been overturned since the 60s. Do you think FIFA is going to overturn it? That's the question. Because Trump has said to overturn it. I thought that the referee was working his ass off last night, but I think that was too hard of a call. Give him a yellow. You know, give him a yellow card, for fuck's sake. Why did we just go straight to red? It wasn't that serious. Sometimes you slide tackle. Now, there are certain ways you can't slide tackle, but you're going after a ball. I don't think intentionally. Some people do it. Some people do it, but I don't think that was a direct hit. There was other hits that I thought were more direct than that one. So I thought that was a shitty fucking call. It was a definite red card. I don't think so. I saw other plays that were worse. The red card is suspended. I think there were other plays that were worse. What about the goalie who came out and grabbed the guy's legs because he knew he was faster than him? That to me is a red card. You know better. But when you're playing trying to get rid of a ball or trying to save it, defense, I don't think so. What about the red card? I didn't see that game. Pam. I don't watch when it's at the beginning. I get bored. And I can't keep up with all the teams. The red card is suspended. Do we know that for sure? To me as the goalie, when you do things like that, that's intentional. Yes, it's suspended. So Trump powered it through. So Trump's powers. FIFA. Did you talk about the Cape Verde versus Argentina? No, but I did watch that, Judith. I did. We'll leave it at that. FIFA! The Cape Verde team, I'm going to tell you something. They were, right? They were FIFA! Oh, fuck. The Cape Verde team surprised me, right? They were this team, that was unexpected, and they were good. I was impressed. The Cape Verde team, I wish they won, because they worked their asses off. I mean, because you want the underdogs to win. You know, this team, this island of boys that just, yeah, I was rooting for them. That was on date night. Some of those shots, man, it was a bad call. But that just had that happen as well, I know. It is soccer, right? I do think it was that was a really horrible call. But, you know, we don't have to worry about that anymore. FIFA! How was our 4th of July? Nicole, we did nothing. I barbecued chicken. Yeah, and I was in bed by 7. How you think about the governor's race? I won't talk about it. I don't know enough to talk about it. I know people don't like certain people, and I just giggle at shit because it's really mostly Democrat versus Republican, and I just think it's stupid. I think at this point in age, we need to go for what's right instead of looking at right or left. No fireworks. I heard them though. What time do I get up every morning? Between 5:30 and 6, because Ed needs to be changed. So I don't get to sleep in. So I tend to go to bed a little bit early. So anyway, England, congrats to England. And here we go. Did anybody say who the USA plays tonight? I didn't catch that. I'm gonna go, after I hit 3 miles here, I'm gonna go and check on Ed. Dan's on a walk. He has a dentist appointment, so, Belgium, okay. It was, Belgium. I don't know anything about Belgium, so is it a good game? I think, you know, USA is a lot higher than I expected in their rankings. Okay, let me go and check on Ed because Dan's on a walk. And I'll go pee-pee. Everybody wants to be a hooker. sleeping. Sometimes I have to double check, you know, because the way he sleeps is very concerning sometimes. It looks a little, it can look a little, you know, odd. A little death-defying. A little oopsie. A little like, is he alive? But he's alive. I checked.
Huh?
I just checked on your dad to make sure he was breathing.
He was out early this morning.
No, I know.
talking to me.
I hate those. By the way,
Go back to bed.
if you don't buy Walgreens diapers if you use them, I think they suck. CVS was out of them, and my Walmart order's not coming. And I use diapers in the morning time because I don't get him up. Half the time he's sleeping. And so it's hard for me to get him up because he's weak, right? Dan will get him up out of bed and change him. I won't do that because I just don't have the strength for all that, especially when he's the way he is. Belgium is upset that USA's red card was overturned. Oh, USA's red card was overturned too? The ref has been investigated for the same bad calling prior. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, yellow. Let's go with yellow. How did we just immediately go to red? So anyway, I needed Dan to go buy me. Yes, they suck. Oh my God. I opened up I needed them. So cheap. And CVS's, you have these long tabs that you can, you know, and these ones are short. Half of it ripped. Dan bought he's like, they were on sale. I won't use them once my Walmart order. We'll keep them for emergencies. But I use the diapers in the morning. I do how the nurses do, tuck and roll. Tuck and roll, tuck and roll. It's just easier for me. And safer for him, honestly. So, like paper fucking thin. But the sides of them are like this small. So it's like stretchable. I try to pull it and it rips halfway. I'm like, this is bullshit. I might just return them and say, these are horrible. Like horrible. Even though I use one. So don't buy, no, I use Walmart's. I like Walmart's. And CVS I like. Don't buy Walgreens diapers. That I can talk and run. Yeah, Carla, I've been running for a long time. My lungs are good. Even those years that because some years I smoked at the casino. But I'm going to return them. It's expensive. It's much better. Yes. CVS, I think, is the best. Dan won't even buy Depends. He's like, I don't like Depends. Depends suck. He likes CVS the best. So if you're looking for a good diaper or brief, CVS is great. Don't use Walgreens. Walmart is the second best Walmart brand. So there you have it. Diaper review. Assurances are good. They are. And even the Poise pads. Don't buy Poise pads. Buy the Walmart brand. Double them up. And they're good. And if you need Chuck pads, I think the the doggy ones are the best. Honestly. The other ones that they make for humans, they rip. They're not that good. I think the animal ones at Costco are fine. Just so you know, for anybody who's slowly getting into this realm, you need to know these things. So, I mean, Dan's like, what do you want me to do? Well, I needed diapers, so he went. But I think I'm going to return them. Hopefully he has a receipt so I think my Walmart normally comes that day. But for some reason, they didn't have them in my store, so they shipped them. And I don't think I'm either getting the shipping today or tomorrow. So I might take one out and just return it because it's horrible. So for anybody looking, ask people who are already going through it. You never know. You never know. I need a recommendation to get urine odors out of the sheets. Nate, I wish I could tell you something worked. What I get, they have a laundry enzyme with the plastic pipettes. Oh. They have I buy a enzyme on Dirty Labs, and I use it, but nothing. You know what I do? This is what I'm going to tell you what I do with Ed's stuff. Vinegar, no. No, I'm going to tell you what I do, and it helps. What I do is, right, toss them. And I won't toss them because it's just going to happen again and again. But let me tell you what I do. I use fabric softener. I use detergent. I use the enzyme, an enzyme. Look for a laundry enzyme. Like anything, they have them, like for workouts or anything like that. I use a laundry enzyme, and then I put those downy beads in them. I put the downy beads also in the load, right? Or whatever, Tide beads, whatever you want. And it works a lot better than not. So that's a hard one, Nate. Yeah, I use it with everything. I do it all. But get a laundry detergent, and like even Lysol sells a pourable one. Liz, the sheets and spinners. I use dryer sheets too. Yes, I do use dryer sheets too. Yes. So Nate, that way is a lot better. Trust me. I've gone through everything. I hate the smells. Also, in the room, if the room smells, I just really try to keep on top of leaking stuff. Yeah, so get all that. Get like a Lysol sanitizer, whatever, an enzyme. Anything for workouts, like they'll do. On top of the detergent, softener, and the beads, some sort of beads. And then dryer sheets. Bleach you can't, because colors. You can't bleach colors. I've tried all that stuff. I've tried the BioClean. I have it for the cats. You guys, nothing works. Let's be real. I've tried everything. Even with my animals, I have the BioClean. I have a big jug of it. But I think the best combination that's worked so far is what I just said. For me. And I do it with the bed sheets. Like if you can, I use bleach whenever I can. Yes, the dryer sheets. Always beads. always the smelling chemicals you got to put in there. And if it gets too nasty, eventually you have to throw it out. Just like our jog bras or anything else that we sweat in. Washable pads, but they somehow end up halfway up his back. The washable pads, I don't just use washable pads, Nate. I use the washable pads and a chuck pad because it helps. It helps. It really helps. Also, I learned from a lot of nurses and CNAs that in their room, coffee grounds, they also help soak up the odors. I got you thinking, Mark, about what I don't remember what we talked about yesterday. So I like, Lysol has worked good for the enzyme thing. Yeah, you just load it up and put as many smells in there as you can. I also keep Bath and Body Chemical odor enhancers in the rooms, in the bathrooms as well. I do all the smells because let me tell you, human urine and cat urine are not good. Better, yes, the pet piddle pads are the better quality, 100%. We got some and for adult, and I pull them and they rip. I'm like, oh, that's great. That's great. The best ones are from the hospital. Those are heavy duty. Mouthwash in the toilet is good. When we move the new rooms, we'll be smelling good. Yeah. And I've noticed that the more I check the washable pad, because I put the chuck pads on top, but by the morning, I take the chuck pads wet. So activated charcoal in the litter. Yeah, but I'm not worried about the litter boxes. It's just the spraying around my house. So I've done everything, Nate. Double dose on the fabric softener. And an enzyme. I do realize that the enzyme does help a lot better too. Happy fucking Monday. It's already started. Ugh. Just me getting going is like, fuck. I don't wanna. I wish I was already done, I wish I was already just outside, working and doing my business, Dry sheets are good, yes. My lady, you were the realest person. Unfortunately, I'm too real, Mark. A lot of people don't like me because of that. And that's okay. You know, I'm not here to please everybody. I'm just here to entertain the people who are interested. My cats, yes. They pee. Yeah, my cats are just assholes. They don't realize. Like, if I knew who it was for sure, I think I have an idea of who it is. And I don't blame her, one of them, because, you know, she's pissed. And I don't blame her. People are mean. Is that my dad in the profile pic? I don't know who's in that profile pic. Blue Kitty the Pisser. I think it's also JoJo and Bart. I think those are the main ones. Everybody's fixed. Yep. Everybody's fixed. I never, because we live in a rural area, I never have my cats not neutered or spayed. We don't need any more population of babies. What about the dogs? What about the dogs? My dogs aren't pissers, no. On YouTube, Daisy, I don't know who's in there. Yes, my cats need diapers, 100%. Could you imagine all my kitties running around with diapers? That's what you get. They spray and fix. Yes, that's a fallacy. I mean, everybody's like, well, you got to spay or neuter your pets. Well, they are. You didn't like me either, Rudy? What? You didn't? Did I know that about you? Shit. People be like, fuck, I didn't like her either, but now I do. What? Huh? How can you not like all this? How about? Yes. And put that people. No. Thank you, JoJo. Stick around. I hated the bitch too, but now I love the bitch. I appreciate that. You know, in the last couple days, in all honesty, I had a couple people between Facebook and I think TikTok, maybe? I can't remember the other one. But there's a couple people who were like, you know, I have to say, I didn't say very nice things about you, but the more I stick around, I realize what a badass bitch you are. And I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm sorry for anything bad I said. And I laugh because half the time I'm like, do you think I remember what y'all say to me? No. I mean, I remember, but I don't remember who, right? I said, hey, you know, it takes a big person to actually come back and admit when they're wrong. I always say that. I give a lot of credit to people who say, I'm sorry, and now, you know, whatever. Even an I'm sorry is hard. A lot of people can't say that or admit when they're wrong. Take ownership of something and being mean. And so I always love when I see those because I want to be able to make sure I get back to people. And I don't see everything, right? And so it makes me mad when I don't see them because I want to say thank you. You know, because to me that's a lot. To me that's a lot. And it says a lot about the person you are. And I respect that. That's what I respect. Thank you for those of you who couldn't leave. And it's funny to me because, you know, people say, you know, hey, I didn't like you, you know, but I stuck around. So something made you stay, right? Something made you stay. Thanks, Diana. Something made you stay. And that's what makes me laugh is that people were quick to criticize, but yet they couldn't leave. And thank you for turning around and seeing that, you know, I'm just here, just like you, trying to have a good time, trying to get through life as best as I can, as happy as I can. I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to take care of Ed the best I can, and survive. And fucking stay on my feet, bitches. Like, what the fuck? I've always loved you. Thank you, Mimi. And some of you, right? I started watching because you're a raw personality. And Bloodhorn, I am very raw. So, you know, everybody has their own personalities. You know, everybody has their own personalities. Not everybody understands my personalities or my dynamic with my father or my husband. And it just shows you how people, right, like are quick to judge without research, without watching and without waiting and seeing. We all have that judgment, always. I mean, it's not that just we're human, we're gonna judge. But there's something that kept you from leaving 100%. And, you know, there was something there that kept bringing you back. Like, okay, maybe she's not that bad. It's just my personality. You know, it's just my personality, and people don't get it. My dynamic with Ed. Oh, don't tell him that. People tell me not to use certain words. People tell me not to say things to him. But that's not your right. Girl, this is the best. This is the good one. Girl, I didn't like you. And I realized I didn't like myself because I'm just like you now, and I love you and myself. Bitch. I'm trying to own my shit, you know? I'm trying to, like, be honest and, you know, like, I'm trying to grow just like most of us are trying to. But I know Ed so much, you know? I've been around him. I use words that he knows, and oftentimes, if you really listen to my videos, I change what I say all the time to get him to understand, right? Because he doesn't always understand. And so I'm constantly changing my words. And sometimes the worst English and the simplest things, well, no, that's not what you said. What you need to say is, or stop talking to him so much. Stop talking to him so much. Well, why would you? He's a human. At the end of the day, he's still a human. I don't treat him any differently than I would have treated, well, I do treat him a bit differently than I did 10 years ago. But, you know, I mean, the way I'm going to communicate with him the same, even if it's hard for him to understand it. This is mine. This is my relationship, not yours. Don't tell somebody on the internet what to do and how to do it. Respect them for their dynamic. And there's a lot of people, who, you know, that I don't watch because I don't like their dynamic. But it's not for me to say something to them. That's just their dynamic, you know? And I don't care enough to stick around, but I leave. And that's okay. You don't have to like everybody's way of doing it. No offense, please. None intended, but you're one of my favorite white girl. Thanks. User wants to spam. So obviously user wants me to tell everybody your personality is any but ladylike. You have no class. Well, with you spamming that, first of all, your personality is anything but ladylike. So you missed a word. So when you spam something, you should really be phonetically appropriate. You have no class. Okay. So with that comment, I put it back on you. What your comment shows is you have a crappy personality and you're an ugly person and miserable, and you have no class for trolling people. So I think I'm a lot better person than you are, even if I'm vulgar, even if I'm crass, and you probably don't know what those words are. Look them up. They're in the dictionary. And that's what I get. You know, I get people like coming on here, but what they don't realize is what they're doing is horrible. Anything that they're going to attack me with is their own self and their own self-worth. It's not me. So for some reason, user, you're intimidated by me, and that's okay. It just shows that you need to grow and evolve because you're stuck in the mud. Did you and Ed have a close relationship? Hell fucking no, Brittany. I couldn't stand the fucker. Rayon. They troll you because you blabber and don't actually talk about anything with substance. Yes, I see you're an intelligent one. Yeah. You don't talk about anything with substance. You know, troll, Rayon, you know. It's sad. It's really sad that you have to interject yourself into something that really makes you look really oh, Chubby, I get tired of repeating myself. You get tired. You guys, we ain't perfect. Please stop thinking that we're perfect and we're this like perfect example of caregiving. No, we aren't. I mean, you know, you see glimpses. You don't see the frustration. Sometimes with me, I show you my frustration. And that's normal, right?
That's normal. Frustration. I get frustrated with Dan. I get frustrated with everybody. And people expect, like, you know, I mean, I'm not a perfect human. You know, I get frustrated here with some of the idiots, like Linda, rude and nasty. Yes, Linda, but you stay for it. You stay for the rude and nasty. How do you know I'm nasty if you don't stay for it, girl? You know what I mean? Y'all stay for the stuff you bitch about. That's what's funny. We just don't want you cursing all the time, brah. Don't watch. Don't watch. I don't give a fuck what you like and what you want me to be like. This is me. I am going to be me, whether you like it or not. My cussing, my vulgarness, my crassness, my rudeness, whatever it is you don't like about me, you guys still stay and watch and bitch. Well, I didn't like you. You're repulsive. You were talking about vaginas yesterday. And do you not have one? Because it looks like you're a female. And why the fuck can I not talk about vaginas? I have one. I relate to the vagina because she is mine. I have titties. I have perimenopause. I have sex. I had children. You know, why can't we talk about the things and have fun with the things that are failing on our bodies? You may not be able to do that, but I do. I need to make fun of my own shit to get me through this fucking life. Fuck is the word that I choose to use the most, bruh, because it's the best description ever for anything. You can use it, fuck yeah, in excitement. You can use it in sarcasm. Fuck, what the fuck? You can use it in anger. Fuck! You know, it is the best word and the only word that you can use in every emotion. And fuck, I love it. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm classless because I use the word fuck or I talk about parts on my body that are fucking doing shit that they never done before. That's my right. Freedom of speech. America. True American. You should be able to talk about what you want. You can. Why can't I? You have a choice. You can leave, you can stay, you can partake and have fun, or get the fuck out. If I provide you stress, anger, or anything else in between, leave. Why would you watch? I am talking about my life. My life. Mine, which means I can talk about it. This is my platform, which means I can talk about it. I can talk about it. Find your own platform. Talk about what you want. Create a fucking I Hate Danielle club. Many people do. But keep doing what you want to do that makes you feel better. I don't give a fuck. Do it. But stop bringing people here. Bringing people down here. Thinking you know everybody in here. And thinking you know how they're feeling. Because most people are here because they enjoy it. They want to laugh. They want to talk about the vagina. They want to talk about menopause, and they want to talk about their fucking annoying husbands. Shit. And I'm trying to teach the man what to do and what not to do. Don't be like Dan, you know? Welcome, Velvet Pixie. Who's your favorite band? John, I have so many. You know, when people say, well, what's your favorite? I can't have just more than one. I have many. Shit, I don't like that pressure. Choose one. Well, fuck that, I ain't choosing. I don't have a favorite band. I love all. I love all people. I love all bands. Fuck. I fucking love, you know, Kid Laroi. I like the poppy stuff. I like Post Malone. I like, you know, 80s music. I like, you know, some R&B. I like some old gangster rap. You know, E40, you know, you got to have Sliding Down the Pole at least on one of your playlists. I like, you know, some of these country people I like some of these songs, and I hate to admit that because I am a Nashvilleian. Shouldn't I like country? No, I don't. But Morgan Wallen, you know, in a Post Malone song, fine. You know, I like rock. I like rock. I like it all. I like some reggae. Remember Steel Pulse back in the day? Steel Pulse. Steel Pulse. I mean, I wish I had all my CDs back in the day. Because it would be I have some of my records. I have my Michael Jackson Thriller. I do. My Cyndi Lauper. What else do I have? I think I have the Outfield. My record player. Remember? I'm not a Jelly Roll fan. I'm not a Jelly Roll fan. I can't get with the jelly. I just can't do it. I do like his song. He has a song, you know, I Am Not Okay. That hit hard. I like the one he has with what's that guy? MGK, MG, whatever. GK, yeah, GK, Machine Gun Kelly. I like that one song they did together. I thought it was really cool. That's on my playlist. I'm the Problem by you know, Morgan Wallen. I like that. I just can't do it all. I just can't do all the country. But you just made it more acceptable in my mind. Cheryl, I'm going to tell you something. And this is horrible. I have a friend. Her name's Elvie. And she's been around me a lot before. And she's starting to cuss more. And I feel responsible for that, too. Like, don't do what I do. It's not acceptable. Society does not like it. Just to let you know. I am using a vibration. No, I don't love country music. I don't. And I should, because I grew up in Nashville. But no, I like all bands. I like all genres, however you want to say it, genre, caramel, whatever you want to say. So Debbie says, shut the fuck up. Oh, aren't you a peach, Debbie? Yeah, Debbie, aren't you a peach? How was the 4th? Boring. You guys, you're Mexican and you like the word fuck? Well, so is Elvie. Elvie's Mexican too. And her husband's like getting mad at her because she's cussing a lot. I do love metal too. I do love metal. And it's funny because she's, you know, he's like, what's with the words? I'm like, Elvie, I think that's my fault. She's getting spicy. She's getting spicy. I think her spiciness is because of me. She just doesn't take any shit. Love Ozzy. Love Black Sabbath. I love even Metallica. I like some Metallica songs. I grew up with Metallica. In high school, Metallica was big. What else? AC/DC. Yeah, I like old Weezer. Some songs, yes. Some songs. Led Zeppelin. Really, Michael? That's badass. Not a lot of people can say that. Yeah. Motorhead, no. Like, no Slipknot and all that stuff. I don't know. My son likes all that shit. He's like, Mom, you should know this one. I'm like, no, I don't know that. But yeah, I love mostly, oh, Justin Bieber. The Biebs has been a vibe lately. I love salsa. Like dancing or the food. I love salsa. Alice, we were just listening to Jethro Tull yesterday. Aqualung, my friends. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Poor old man. Did you shut that?
No.
I was going to say, oh, sure.
I'm just
People
coming
want
in.
to see your face.
Hello. How
really?
y'all doing? I want to remind everybody that tomorrow
Oh, Jesus. Really?
I have my favorite guest on my channel tomorrow at 5:15, Dr. Michelle Fowler from NASA. 25 years at NASA. She's going to tell you everything, the reality, everything about, you know, UAPs, about entanglement, we're going to talk about the speed of light, some really, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, she's like,
I'm holding back your waddle. Talk.
Maybe I'll ask her about the origin of waddles. Maybe she's got a cure. I don't know. But she is like the real frickin' deal. She's been on Rogan. She's been on TV all over the place. She is super excited about the topic.
Dan loves pussy. He does love pussy. He loves to stick his face in it. He raw dogs that shit. The dirtier, the better.
And I'm having Mother Teresa on the next day to talk about whatever she's talking about.
I can't. I mean, he doesn't come and promote my books, but he comes and promotes his people. Fuck that shit. And please disclaim to your people that they should not watch your wife.
And on next week, it's going to be Senator Gillibrand and Senator Baldwin. These are United States senators.
Can I suck your waddle? How's that for crass? I am bad. What pisses me off? Fucker, come right in here and take my shit. That's what he gets. That's what he gets. Anyway, hello. Your live is not eligible for recommendation, is not restricted in search results, as we have detected suspicious activity that may violate our integrity and authentic policies. Made a mistake, you can appeal the decision for reconsidered. The decision, my live does not contain the content mentioned. Now TikTok, you have to tap, 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 tap. Keep tapping. The only way, I don't even know. Somebody's reporting something. Tap, tap, tap. That's the only way. Keep your fingers tapping. That's the only way. Tap, 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 tap. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Bieber. Tap, 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 tap. Bieber. Bieber is my vibe lately. The Bieber Coachella first weekend is out, if you didn't know. And I have been listening to that on repeat. So honestly, I can't really say I'm listening to anything else but the Biebs. Hey, Mark, my resident troll. Mark, can you tap before you leave? Just keep tapping. So, my mouth. It was probably all of them. Who cares? So if you haven't heard, but Bieber's Coachella weekend, first weekend is out. I don't know if I'm waiting for the second one. So let me know if you get that second weekend. But I've been listening to that on repeat, just going on and on and on. Just so you know. So the Biebs is really my vibe right now. And it's just mellow, you know, it just kind of, you know, it's got some, you got Speed Demon that comes on, it gives you a little, you got Yukon that comes on, gives you a little bump up, you know, but I love it. I love it. Lamborghini Girls, what's that? Tap even if you can't stand me or you're on the fence about me. Yes, because some of you I know are watching and you're on the fence. Just keep tapping because they're taking away my views. And you know I'm funny. I just pissed a lot of people off, so they sit and they fucking do that. Rat? Really? Rat, you're going back old school. Rat. Shit. I don't even remember. You saw Comedy Central Roast Bieber. I haven't seen that one. I love the Biebs. Poor Biebs. Poor Biebs. By Janet. Did you watch it, Dee? You should. It was good. What did I watch? Alice Cooper. God, is he alive? I just know Dan absolutely thumps that beaver. No, he wishes he could thump that beaver. Yeah, beaver thumping is very few and far between these days, but he used to thump it a lot. Yeah, tap, 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 tap. He used to thump it. I mean, back in the day when we were live and kicking, you know, alive and kicking, we thumped shit all the time, you know. We thumped it. We were thumpers. You know, you couldn't help but thump all the time. But that was back in the day, you know. Who wants to thump anymore? Nobody. Nobody's thumping anymore. Not in perimenopause. We don't thump in perimenopause. You guys keep tapping. I'm gonna have to keep tapping over here because you guys are failing. We just gotta keep loving. Look, I can even tap my own shit. So I'm gonna help you tap because does that stuff give you wings? Yes, it does. It helps me. Thank you for the gift. We gotta keep tapping because they're taking away my views because somebody was a bitch or an asshole. One of the two. People are just mean. Let people live. Let people have freedom of speech. Let people do what they need to do. Let people live, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Is yesterday's live on YouTube? Yes. Unfortunately, all my shit is alive on YouTube. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately for all my lives, they were always there on YouTube, unless it's a member, but that wasn't a member. That was a special one yesterday. So if you want to see this special live, you should go check that out on YouTube. Okay, I can't do this at the same time. I need to do some more. Where YouTube, you just double tap and it gives me a like, I think. It doesn't do it for me. But I'm just tapping on here because when they take away your, oh God, don't show your husband, April. You have to tap when they take away your restriction because people complain. Can I ask how Ed is? I don't know. He's sleeping. He's sleeping like the dead. No pun intended. But he looks like it. Yeah, I call it the dead look, you know. I was telling Dan, I said, you know, they get that sometimes. And those of you who are caring for elderly people, sometimes they have that look of just rigor mortis and, you know, mouth open. And it's like, are you all right? Do we need to call 911? Are we good? And you're fine, you know. It's a jump scare. And so you have to, like, you know, sometimes, and yesterday he was just, you know, he looked half dead all day, you know, so, in the car. I was like, oh God, I couldn't video him. I didn't video him because he just wasn't looking very good. And he was pretty much like that all day. At night, he got a little, like, you know, he was a little up. Yeah, I just watch because I'm like, are you blinking? Like, are we dead with our mouth open, our eyes open? And, you know, and those are normal, like, concerns. I mean, yes, it's a scary look. And especially they go through those moments, like, or a couple days, right, Susie? And you're like, hello, blank stare, like you drooling almost a little bit. Like a lot of saliva. Like the other day I did a video and I could tell he had a lot of saliva in his mouth and he ended up, you know, he ended up swallowing it, but it just, everything is just so slowed down. And, you know, whether or not, like even Andrew came in yesterday and he had been gone all weekend. He's like, oh my God, is he okay? I said, bro, we don't know. I said, he's been like that for the last 2 days, you know, off and on, right? It's not consistently, but it's off and on throughout the day. And he was bad yesterday until like evening and he perked up a little bit. But, you know, he's like probably another stroke. And, you know, remember, I mean, he has vascular dementia, so he gets mini strokes, right? I lost my beautiful uncle last week. Oh, I'm sorry, Maria. How was he with fireworks? Sleeping. You guys, Ed goes to bed between 6:30 and 7. And 7 is pushing it for Ed. 7 o'clock is late for Ed. Like lately, 5:30, he's ready for bed. So I literally, I made him stay up the other night. I just kind of roll him in front of the TV after dinner, but he was ready for bed and it was like 5:45. And I'm like, I am not putting you to bed this early. So, I mean, he ended up by the time, you know, I did a couple things and, you know, it was like 6:15 and he was just zoned. I was like, I can't wait any longer. So then you just take him to bed, you know, because it's not fair, you know, sometimes I keep him up as long as I can. I push it, you know. Oh, Ed has a good appetite. Oh, he eats like a pig. He loved my meal last night. I was trying to get video, but my phone was in the other room and I wasn't in the mood to go run and get it. But I made a pasta and I cut up my chicken, then I had barbecue the night before. And I saw this recipe on TikTok and I was like, oh my God, I have everything. Turns out my cottage cheese was expired and my pesto was expired. But so I already started everything. So I literally just did my own version. But, and the pasta, and I made it, I cut that up. I did some spinach in it and I put, raw tomatoes on top of it. And he was just cheese and oil and butter. And he was like, oh my God, this is so good. I mean, there's certain meals that he like really loves. And last night Dan was like, man, he really likes your food because he kept talking about it. So it makes me feel good. But it was a quick meal. So basically it was penne pasta or any pasta you want. I use penne. I like penne. Penne pasta, boil it, spinach, chicken. And I already had chicken. And it was like a cup of cottage cheese and like a teaspoon of pesto. And you just mix it. And the cottage cheese makes it creamy. I didn't have cottage cheese. I did. I had pesto too, but it was expired. It smelled okay, but I didn't want it to. So I love penne pasta. Penne's, it's all I typically have in my, I don't know why, don't ask, I just do. And so anyway, I just use a little bit of oil. I use butter. I use Parmesan, and I use put a little bit of milk in it just to make it a little bit thicker, and put some cheese on it, and served it. And he was just in heaven. Didn't choke even on. I didn't even cut up the spinach. Normally I do. He didn't cough one time. So I have that tonight for him too, because he just was in heaven. Loved it. I was going to do a video, but I didn't want to do a video without the cottage cheese and the pesto. So I'll have to get those and do it, but it looked really creamy. Looked really good. So I will be down to try that one. And I love cottage cheese. So if you have cottage cheese, if you have pesto, get some chicken, spinach, pasta. Sounds amazing. And it was really creamy. It looked really creamy in the video. Do I ever make potato latkes? No. No, I will not even attempt that. I'm going to leave it up to the latke people, the people who know how to perfect it, and not me. No, I've never even tried, never even want to try. A top part I have is Maria. That's funny. I do. I love pizza. I love pasta. And one of my staples in the house is pasta, right? I typically don't make it a lot in the summertime because it's just, to me, it's a warm food. It's like a fall food. But I'm trying to do, instead of doing potatoes almost every night or beans, I was like, well, let me see if he coughs on this, and he didn't. So I will continue to do a version of pasta. I'm just trying to do things that are good for Ed, right? And then I have it for a couple days to use. That's easy for him. How do I stay so thin? I don't stop moving. I'm not very stagnant. So I've got a big property. I've got a lot of things to do every day. And I watch what I eat. I do like junk food like everything. Like Friday night, my friend ordered pot stickers, mozzarella sticks, and chips and guac. And that's what I ate for dinner, you know? And I had an iced tea. What's my favorite recipe? My family will tell you I suck at cooking. So my favorite, probably the best recipe that I have that my family, my 5 liked is my spaghetti. My spaghetti sauce that I make. I do a very good spaghetti sauce. The next thing would be my cabbage, stuffed cabbage or cabbage balls. Yeah, I can make a mean cabbage ball. Yep. But mostly we grill chicken, turkey burgers, hamburgers, tri-tip. You know, I do carne asada. I love a carne asada. I can't bake cakes. I can't even, yeah, I can't, I just wish I loved baking. It's a pain. Like, I don't enjoy it. I mean, I just, everything for me is, I got so much on my plate that I'm just constantly cleaning anyway. And baking is just like, oh my God, I try to use this fucking same shit over and over again. Everything I make is good. It's not good. But so we're very simple here. It's lots of salad, lots of veggies, that type of stuff. I mean, that's kind of, because then you can use it, you know, you can use it. I like things that you can, you know, have a couple days of. Yeah, John, I mean, I should show more of just the simple things and things that I do for Ed, right? Do I have a recipe? Yes. Where do you get your meat? What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. A grocery store with all the hormones and all the additives. You love cottage pie. What the hell is that? So for Ed, when I'm making him mashed potatoes, I do make homemade mashed potatoes for Ed. I buy potatoes all the time. I don't use powdered potatoes or any of that stuff. I literally make a good, when I'm doing, for him, I don't make it so elaborate, but when I do, everybody loves my mashed potatoes because I do a mean mashed potato. I do like half, like, because Ed doesn't appreciate, you know, all the stuff in it, right? It's just using as a binder, but I put butter in it. I put cream cheese, and I put a little bit of salt. I pretty much make it. I just don't put all the spices in it that I would, because of Ed. Oh, you would love my mashed potatoes. I make a really good. I do sour cream, cream cheese, and I have this garlic cream cheese that I've been putting in it. I put the garlic cream cheese. I always, when my Zoomies are on, I'm always like, yeah. And people say I'm a bitch. Look at me. I'm even making it like I would, you know. Yes, and I love I love doing like bakes, like, like a Mexican bake or something like that. It's just hard with Ed because spices also trigger that coughing, so I can't, it's hard for me to, if I'm baking for the family, he gets it, but then I try to dumb it down with like the mashed potatoes, right? Because it takes away some of the spice, and I mix everything in it. And there's really not a lot of like binder foods besides potatoes and beans. So if not, then I do like a pasta or something like that. I also do burritos, which I've noticed that he can do pretty good with, even with like a pinto bean or a black bean. And because the for some reason he doesn't choke on it, even with the tortilla. Dan's always like taking it out. He chokes on the tortilla. No, I think the tortilla helps him. It's ground beef with veggies in it, peas, corn, pasta, topped with mashed potato. Oh, so it's like, yeah, so it's like what I give Ed, Kylie. Yeah, it's like a shepherd pie. I call it shepherd pie. So I make a really good burrito too. Does Ed like pancakes? No, he's not really. Breakfast food is not a favorite for him. I mean, sometimes I'll make him eggs and stuff, but he's not, he's just not a big egg person. But I do like casseroles because they last long. And I do make I call it Mexican pie. I mean, I just call it Mexican pie. I do kind of layer it, like an enchilada, but not really. My friend made enchiladas the other night. They looked really good. I might have to do something like that because it's easy, but not as much spice. I love anything Mexican food, Mexican men. Just kidding. Mexican women. I love Mexican food in general. Like I could tear up chicks. No bake enchiladas. I know I'm making myself hungry. Yeah, maybe it is. Like you layer it with either flour tortillas or corn tortillas. Probably pretty similar. Is really good mashed potatoes and taters too. Yeah, I'm very picky. I will not use powdered. I would not the Bortzen. You're saying that cream. Oh yeah. That like cheese. Yeah, I've used that before in my mashed potatoes. Yeah. Spicy is very hard for me. If I eat too much salsa, which I'm a salsa with chips, if you know what I mean, and I'm starting to get acid reflux really bad. Perimenopause, thank you. Thank you. As if you haven't done enough for me, you have to add that to the list. Yeah. No deal to powder. No, you can't. Sour cream is a must, and so is cream cheese. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. You have to have parsley too. Gotta have parsley. I need to order parsley. Pineapple. I get offals but can't. Me neither. I'm a glutton for punishment. I mean, I know all these things like hurt me, but I still eat them, and then I wonder why I'm so miserable. It doesn't make any sense. So no. Guys, real potatoes. I hate peeling them too, but sometimes I don't peel them. Sometimes I make different types of potatoes. I did make twice baked potatoes the other day, like a couple months back, and they were so good. So good. You gotta have a little bit of milk. I'm trying to, I'm just really trying to do things more for like how I can keep it simple. I hate making 50,000 different meals, right? So I'm trying to just like figure out quick and easy things for Edward. I hate peeling too. Cilantro, just love it. I feel bad for those who can't tell. I love cilantro too. Sounds a lot like what I was going through. Celiac, I know what celiac is, 100%. I tried gluten-free for about a year. Didn't notice any different. Didn't notice any different. Miso soup is boring. Miso soup is good, but it's boring to me. Like miso soup with like noodles, yes. Does Ed eat meatloaf? He could, because it's like a burger. He likes his burgers, right? So he can eat meatloaf. My family wasn't a big meatloaf people. They were just like, might as well have a hamburger. Even though meatloaf has a different taste. My mom used to make meatloaf. And so I stopped making meatloaf because they bitched. Egg salad, hey, that's good for me. I love ramen noodles. But you can get rice noodles. Yeah. My butcher has best pricing. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad, lady. I can't eat cilantro. Really? Do you know that it's weird? Certain people can't tolerate the cilantro taste. That is weird. It's a genetic thing. I heard something about that. Like it tastes different. I love processed food. I do. I mean, I do. Have you had funeral potatoes? No. I don't even know what that. Shepherd's pie. I make I call it shepherd's pie a lot with mashed potatoes, and I put all our dinner in it. Meatloaf is not a big thing in Australia. We think it's like, yeah, and really, it's just my kids just bitch. They're like, well, it tastes fine, but like they just were like, I feel like we need buns with it or something. So I used to make, I tried my mom, the recipes of my mom, and yeah, they just stopped bitching. So I mean, became one of those things like, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody. Y'all bitch about everything. I mean, Deanne gets a meal, eats it for dinner. I'm literally just cooking for me. Andrew possibly, and Grandpa, but really me and Grandpa. So it just sucks because it's like, why do I do that? We might as well just eat chicken nuggets and, hi, baby. Hi. Uh-oh. Why are you taunting the cat? There's a hummingbird, like low, and my cat's here. Oh, it's getting the nectar off of my succulent. So tonight is leftovers. I have one solid piece of chicken left. Andrew can have that if he wants that. And then I have the pasta, and I'm going to make a salad. I've been really into my salads lately. So really into salads. Yesterday we went, after driving around, we went to Mike's. I wanted a Jersey Mike's sandwich bowl. So I ended up, that's what I dossed it up because their tomatoes look shitty. So I used my homegrown tomatoes and I added my own stuff. I ate that. It was good. Got Grandpa tuna. Dan was like, I don't know what to get there. I'll just get my own shit. I was like, fuck. Well, then I could have gotten Chipotle. I wanted Chipotle, but I didn't think he wanted Chipotle. My favorite dressings are Trader Joe's. I love the pesto one, I love the dill, and I love their ranch. Yeah, the sandwich bowls. I got the, yesterday I got I was pissed because he was like, I want a sandwich. And then I was afraid because he's like, well, give me a tuna. And then I was afraid he wouldn't like the tuna, but then he ate last night the half a tuna that Grandpa had left. And so I went to the sandwich place because I was like, well, let's just go get a sandwich. You want a sandwich, right? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. I said, okay, what do you want? I don't know. Just get what you want. So do you want a sandwich? I don't know. How's the tuna? And I was like, well, then I don't want to spend $15 on a sandwich and you not eat it. So I got Grandpa a mini tuna, and he just ate half. And then I got me a roast beef and provolone bowl. Yeah, the Ninja, I love that. Yeah, I mean, the lettuce wasn't that bad. That's why I decided to do it. I was just going to get one for Grandpa, but I was like, I'll have a salad. I'm kind of hungry. So I added my own stuff. Like I added my olives. I added a little bit of avocado. I added tomatoes, the good ones. Love it. So I dressed it up a little bit. Gotta dress it up. I had the pepperoncinis. I had some jalapenos on it. McDonald's does. I don't think I've ever eaten, I don't think I've ever had a Big Mac or a Quarter Pounder and all that stuff. I've only had like little cheeseburgers, McDonald's cheeseburgers. I love avocado and sweet potatoes. I do too. I love all that stuff, you guys. I love everything. That's the problem. There's nothing that I don't love. I mean, I love to eat. I eat to love. I love to eat. I eat to love. I love food. And I really love healthy food. This medication has really made my desires for fruits and veggies so crazy. Like I cannot get enough. And then I get so gassy and bloated. It's horrible. I don't know what to do. So But yeah, I can't get enough. And caffeine. Like, I need caffeine. Caffeine and fruits and veggies. That's what I am. Yeah, I do rolls sometimes. I love hot beef dip. What's he doing? Au jus, yum. Oh, I ate a whole watermelon almost by myself yesterday. It was so good. What's some Cymbalta? My Cymbalta is like making me crave caffeine. I want coffee all the time, but not even warm coffee. I want like cold coffee. My Cymbalta. And this is my 5th week on it. This is my 5th week. 5th week. My plan is not to give up alcohol, but my body's just kind of giving it up. Watermelon with salt or no? No. No tahini, no nothing. I just like watermelon. I mean, if it's there, I might try it, but no. So this medication is also making me fruits, vegetables, like yum, and caffeine. It's also made me question alcohol. I canceled 2 of my my memberships, and I have another 2 on hold, but because I don't know what's going on, with myself. But it's 5 weeks tomorrow. Oh, I hope so too. You got to keep me posted, Vogie. Cantaloupe with prosciutto. That's good. I love feta cheese. Oh my God, watermelon and feta, so good together. Cymbalta was great for me back in the day. Tried it 3 more times later and it didn't help. Yeah, that's crazy. Isn't it weird? Our bodies are, when your bodies change, right? I think. But yeah, so I have not had a drink in 5 weeks. Not weird? Fucking weird. 5 weeks tomorrow. I drank 5 weeks ago on a Monday, and I did not drink 5 weeks ago tomorrow. Hey, big dog. How are you? Yeah, it was just non-intentional. I think it doesn't mean I don't still want it, but what it does is it just makes me go, well, yeah, but look at what happens after. You just get more tired. And I just choose that I don't do it. I think that I think what also fucks me up a little bit about it, even though like the other day I was like, I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm just going to have a glass of wine. And I was just like, no, because you're going to be so disappointed in yourself. I love Doritos. And I think it's about, I think it's also fucking me up because people are like, oh, it's so good, yay, no alcohol, you're so much better, like you're not as attacking, and you're not as whatever. And so that's also like fucking me up because I'm like, oh my God, then people are gonna be like sad if I start drinking again, because I worry about I'm not worried about myself more in the fall and winter. Isn't that funny? My liver will thank me. Yeah, so I don't know. And I think that's what a lot of people say too, is like, you just seem happier. And Dan says that too. And it just strikes a nerve with me because it's not the alcohol that made me happy or not happy. The drug that I'm on changes, right? The drug changes you. The drug makes me happier. The drug makes me calmer. The alcohol doesn't do that. I got your book and I'm reading it now and enjoying, oh, yay. And let's not forget that Danielle does have a biography. She does also do Millie Pig books. For those of you, hi Ames, love you. For those of you who bought the book, this book, the Millie Pig book, and you don't have this page at the end, return it. Say that it's defective, and they'll give you a new one. Okay? If you don't have this page and you bought this book, Millie Pig book, return it, say it's defective, and they'll send a new one out. You have a book coming out, dog, big dog. Yeah, I haven't had a drink. And now I think I'm more afraid to have a cup of wine. Because, I get obsessed. Like it's an addiction to It's like how anorexia starts, you know, it's like you get addicted to that power. And so I think that's now at this point, I don't know if it's a healthy thing for me, but it's the way the drug is manifesting itself in the way I process things. Yeah. I have heard of Wegovy. Your story. I have a book too, Big Dog, about my life. A quick synopsis of my life. It's been out for a year and a half. A year and a half. A year and a half, I think. Yeah. But it's fun. It's fun when you write. You know, it's fun when you get your stuff. I wish I was growing some watermelon. Yeah, you know, I can't grow the melons. I don't have, I mean, I think if I tilled my land, I could do it better, but I just don't have a tiller, you know, and I really don't have time to spend. I mean, I have a little, you know, everything takes watering here. You're drinking it for me. Thank you. Sarah, I like Lexapro, but it's different. It's Lexapro made me more anxious, my body more anxious. And I didn't realize when I was taking it, but when I went off of it, it was crazy how it affected my fibromyalgia. Lexapro gave me more of a high, you know, like more excited. Like I felt like I was more like, even though it helped with the anxiety, I think compared to this, I think Lexapro, I did feel more anxious. It's called Demons Come Out in the Dark. Ooh, that's scary. And it's true. I get it. So now that I'm off the Lexapro, I realize that it did make me more anxious. So there you have it. This one's kicking my ass in exhaustion, but it's also making me more mellow, you know. I haven't had alcohol in my diet for 2 years, and I've told people after my hip replacement when I want to drink, I'm entitled to it. It's my body. And true. But see, I would have a trouble if I'm already 5 weeks in, and I would feel guilty for having a drink. I wouldn't really care about everybody else, but I would feel guilty. But when you have everybody else telling you how much better they like you, you know, without alcohol, you know, it also fucks up your brain and your way of thinking, right, about alcohol. Not that I care, but it's also that click of my personality and my damage in my brain, right? So the problem for my mental state is, you know, the way we think and the way we control our addictions or our, you know, they're self-soothing. So however we've determined how we do things in our younger 8-year-old self is how we still think and how we still process things today. And so for whatever reason, restriction for me is a way of self-soothing, right? It's a way of self-soothing. And it's a way of like control, which is control is a way of self-soothing for me. So it's not particularly healthy, right? The pendulum is either right, left, or in the middle. And I'm either the right or I'm the left. I'm never the middle. And the middle is hard to get to, right? For me, the middle is hard to get to me. So counseling and all this stuff is trying to get me more like middle. Like if I want a glass of wine, I'm gonna have a glass of wine, right? If I want a whole bottle, I'm gonna drink a whole bottle. But I think the emotional vomit that has happened for me in the last 19 weeks of counseling, she's like, you're shifting, because the medication has also controlled some of your central nervous system and the way your body's reacting and the way it's giving you that serotonin, right? It's giving you that happy thing. So you feel happier, more at peace, your body's more relaxed, right? You still have pain, but you feel more relaxed. And it's taken away my impulsivity. And it makes me think, right? The impulsivity of pros and cons. But the emotional vomiting that's also happened has created some hardships in myself emotionally and physically. And so she now thinks that because of that, and because of the way the medication is affecting my brain, it's also shifted me into this, okay, all or nothing, right? It's all or nothing, literally. And because that's the way I learned how to self-soothe when I was a child. right, is restriction, not showing emotion, taking care of people, already knowing your role, and that's your future role in life too, and how you deal with shit. And so learning that it's okay, that telling myself that it's okay and not self-sabotaging myself, because I do self-sabotage myself a lot, having anorexia also and body dysmorphia is also plays into all that, and that control. But it was self-soothing for me because I controlled myself. I was able to control my food. I was able to get attention by getting skinny when I was 14. I was striving for attention from my family, right? That's what it was. I wanted my dad. I wanted my mom. And I couldn't have any of those things because they weren't feeling capable enough to give me those things. And not our parents aren't perfect, but it fucked me up, right? And so, and it fucks us all up. And really getting to the nitty gritty has fucked me up. Not fucked me up, but it makes you go, holy shit, this really is an 8-year-old child, still at 52 dealing with it, right? So it's understanding yourself and your mind and how you work and how you self-soothe. And this phase for me, the not drinking, I don't necessarily know if it's a good or bad thing yet, right? I don't know if it's a good or bad thing yet. I always talk loud because I thought no one heard me. I thought I was alone, and 100%. And so my role, big dog, for my mom was caregiver because I saw how sad she was. So I couldn't show my emotions for her. I had to be the caregiver. So the only way I knew how to take care of myself, because nobody took care of, she took care of me, but not compassionately, right? She loved me, but she had her demons, but she couldn't give me everything. She gave me enough. I thought she was perfect, but you know what I mean? Like, so your body goes into, okay, well, I got to take care of myself, right? I got to take care of myself. So sometimes we beat ourselves up to get attention, right? And we choose bad things to do because we want the attention. We want that love. We want to be seen. And a lot of us weren't seen. I wasn't seen. Having to come to terms with that has been very hard, because, I didn't want to see my mom in that way, and she's dead. So she can't redeem herself over these last, 20 years, which parents do oftentimes, right? And it just, feeling this way is feeling guilty also for me because, it's a lot. It's a lot. My mom fucked me up. How is it helping with my fibro? Such an interesting thing, because we talked about this the other day. I'm on Lyrica too. And the Lyrica is for the fibro. The Cymbalta is also, the Cymbalta I didn't take because of the fibro. I took for my depression and my anxiety. But it's also helps with that. So I'm double dosing it for the fibro. I'm in pain, I'm in pain, but it just lets me keep going. So what the Lyrica does, and I'm sure the Cymbalta, is help, like my nerve zaps. I don't get them as much. Restless leg syndrome, I don't get anymore. And without the Lyrica, I was going through, So anyway, so all of us people, we are a product of our 8-year-old child. Everything that we learned and was exposed to is how we are today, and how our brain reacts to traumas and triggers, and all those things are from our child. So no, Lyrica did not make me tired. The fucking Cymbalta's kicking my ass. Hi, Emily. Yeah, it's kicking my ass. It's like some days I just hit a wall and I'm like, I gotta lay down. Like, it makes me very sluggish. Once I get going, it's fine. Post-traumatic, yeah. Once I get going in the morning, I'm fine. But once it really just relaxes me. And Danielle, relax is crazy. So I'm hoping that the tiredness will eventually go away. But it's starting to not work. They just raised my dosage. Yeah, and that happens, right? I was on pregabalin and Lyrica now. My niece, who's in her 40s, was suicidal on Cymbalta and had to stop it immediately. And yeah, that's not good. Any of these medicines can cause, even allergy medicines, you guys, can cause things like that, the unwell mental state of us. But, everybody's different. And so you just have to listen to your body. Ultimately, you have to choose what's right for your body. And sometimes you have to go through a couple ones before you find out. I thought I loved Lyrica, but it wasn't good for my fibromyalgia or my jaw. And now that I'm on Cymbalta, I've realized that I think the Cymbalta is also, or maybe it's the combination of that and Lyrica, has even simmered down my perimenopausal symptoms, my belly symptoms, like feeling just burning and irritated and like it's in a spasm and it's pissed off, right? So I feel like the Cymbalta has helped with the perimenopausal just in the uterus. I've noticed it. I still get triggered, I still get annoyed. But like yesterday, I was really getting annoyed with Dan and this whole wedding thing, right? And this is what pisses me off. Like, Dan was just bitching about everything. And after a while, I'm like, oh my God, like, this is an exciting time. This is going to be fun for me. And you're just a buzzkill. Like, I wouldn't have brought you here. I just thought it would be great to get Grandpa out of the house. And, you've just been bitching about time, about traffic, about this, about that. And what does that do for me? It makes me more anxious, right? But I said to him, you've just been bitching all day. And he's like, yeah, coming from you. And I said, I have not bitched all day until now because you have fucking not said anything positive. So this wedding deal, right? Everybody, I mean, those of you who've been involved in weddings, and this is the way I look at it, right? This is the way I'm looking at it because I'm hearing everybody like chatter. Well, they should do this. They shouldn't do that. They should do this. Why are they spending much money? Do you know how much money it's going to cost? Do you know how this? Do you know that? And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Let them figure it out. Give them a budget. Let them try to meet the budget, and whatever else they don't move, that's on them. Stop bitching about everything that they're going to have to figure out themselves and they're going to have to make them. Let them be. And Dan, I said, you gave her a certain amount of money. You gave her a certain amount of money. You put it aside for her. Why are you bitching? Why are you bitching? That money you're giving to her so she can spend it the way she wants to. Stop bitching about what they should do. They don't want to go to a courthouse. They don't want to get married at the house. They don't want to fucking do it. They want to have a wedding. Whether or not in 20 years they'll regret it or not, they want to have a wedding. Let them be. Let them figure it out. Give them a budget. She knows how much I'm sending them. Right? And I'm sure I'll be buying stuff along the way. But she knows what her lump sum is. The other parents are giving them a lump sum. They know how much that is. Let them figure it out. Stop bitching. People are like, well, they think they're going to have 200 people. They don't realize how much. Okay, let them figure it out. Let them realize that they're going to have to cut. Let them realize that they're either going to have to cut or they're going to have to come up with the money. And everybody's doing that to me. And I'm like, oh my God. So it makes me step back even more. It makes me just go, you guys are crazy. Like, what are we doing here? I'm along, I give my opinions. I step back and I'm like, hey, I just don't want you to be alarmed, but you think you have 200 people, but once you realize how much food costs per head and alcohol per head, you might realize you have to cut, right? You might realize you have to cut, but I just don't want you to be surprised, right? And so, but like I said, let them figure it out. Let them. Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. Just be like, oh yeah, that's great, say to the side, but whatever, but everybody's coming at me. And I'm like, I'm here for the ride. This is my daughter. This is my daughter. And I give her suggestions. I kind of said, I sent her some ideas of wedding dresses yesterday. I told her my opinions on her top three. She knows what my opinions are on the venue. And so, and where are you going? Oh, dentist. She knows my opinions on the venues, and I just let it go from there. It's your choice. It's your money. You have your budget. You know how much you can spend, and that's it. That's it. But I want to be a part of this journey, right? I'm excited for this journey. This is fun for me. And everybody else is just dragging me down. But yeah, I'm excited for it. So the mother-in-law is, I drove by the property over here. So the mother-in-law is waiting, and then we're going to make an appointment to go visit that one. I just drove by it. I saw the grounds. I think, she would like it. I have my favorite ultimately because I don't know. I just feel like it's prettier. This one's pretty in its own way. It's more rustic. It's more farmhouse type. So I'm just going with the flow. Nobody else can go with the flow. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to talk wedding with you. I can't. Especially him. I'm like, the biggest mistake I thought about is bringing him yesterday. I was like, you have ruined my day. You have stressed me out. He just can't help himself, But I won't bring him next time. I'm 24 years old. Will you marry me? No, I cannot marry you. I cannot marry you. So yes. So she sent me something today. By the way, stamps are going up on July 12th. So, she's like, Mom, go buy postage. See what I mean? I'm going to be contributing little things here and there. Google, they used it for an Alzheimer's ad. I thought it was cool. Yeah, some of the ads Dan works with, and he's getting paid for it, and some of the ads, not. So the birds are very calming. Yeah. The girl's just me talking about she's chill, and it's everyone else who won't be quiet. It's crazy. You're funny. Yeah, it's a stressful time anyway, and it's going to be a stressful time. I just realized that I can't talk to Dan about certain things with that because he just is like, every time fucking cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, you fucking gave them an amount. You gave them an amount. Stop cha-chinging. You gave them a fucking amount. Like, you did that on purpose. So, like, let her cha-ching with the amount you gave her. Fucking cha-ching. And then she's on her own. Fucking cha-ching. Damn it. I don't fuck. Okay, well, I can't talk to you about this. It gets me so frustrated. Stamps are like gonna go up to 87 cents, I think. What the fuck? I didn't even know they were that high anyway. Cha-ching! We drove up in one of the wineries, and I was like, oh, this is beautiful. Cha-ching! I'm like, fuck. I mean, really? Cha-ching! Again, you're giving her an amount of money. Like, let her fucking cha-ching it away. Are they going to, are they going to contribute? I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much they have. I mean, I know Hannah, I've been supporting Hannah. I'm still supporting Hannah. And so it's not like they have big girl jobs or big boy jobs yet. They're still finishing up school. Hannah will graduate in May with her master's, and Justin will be done with paramedic school. And he's, of course, he has his 4-year, and he's working as an EMT right now. So he's saving as much as he can, right? But I don't know. I don't know what their financial situation. I know what Hannah's financial situation is. I don't know what Justin's is. So I think Hannah's just between the money we give her, between the money they give her, and the little things that I do, you know, for her along the way. Like I helped her with a couple things already. You know, I just help her because I want her to, you know, use her money in other ways. Uh, I need stamps. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna buy the love stamps or something. And they're love stamps. And that's the problem is I don't know, like, what is an invitation? How many stamps do you put on an invitation? Like, do I need a plan for like 2 stamps on an invitation? So save the dates and invitations. So I'm thinking just one on the invitation. You think? 1 and 1 ounce extra. You have to weigh them. That's the problem. So like, what do I do? You know, that's what I mean. It's like, how do I buy all these if I don't need? That are called forever stamps that you can use. 1 stamp for return. Yeah, so we need a stamp for the return responses. So we need at least 2. We need, so I don't even know. 3 to 4 stamps? The hell? Just take 2 PO. Post office, they will do the outside part. I know, but we're just trying to collect stamps before they go up. So they're going up to, I don't know what they are right now. Does anybody know? The forever stamps. You're saying the forever stamps? Ugh, hi, Jackie. Not 3. I think 3 to 4 would be too much. So even if I can get like a majority of the stamps cheaper, I might as well do that. They're 78 cents. So they're going up to 87, I think. So yeah, forever stamps. So what are the forever stamps? What's the deal with the forever stamps? I don't have an invitation yet. Just 2. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do the RSV. I know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Forever stamps can be used even when prices go up. Oh, they can. Oh, that's why they're called forever stamps. Do they have like a love forever stamp? Good. Okay. So so you're saying get the forever stamps. Okay. 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 82 cents. Okay. Okay. RSVP online. And get them now at the lower. Yes, that's what I need to do is get them. So they're good even if the postage is a little bit more. So you're saying the forever stamps are good even if the postage is a little bit more. So 1 forever stamp for everything. Okay. Okay. See, I didn't even know about that. So I'll get a forever stamp then. So that way it's guaranteed we don't have to know. So I'm thinking 2 for the invitation then, and 1 for the save the date. So I'm thinking I'm going to need just roughly 400 stamps. 400. Yeah, she doesn't want. I know. You guys, I'm doing what she wants. Remember, this is what she wants. She's going to do digital for the bridal shower. She wants to mail invitations and mail save the dates. No, can always use forever stamps. It's just however many extra you'll need. Yeah, that's only $312. Oh, fuck me. Oh my God. Have a good week. Have a good day, Emily. So maybe, I don't know how many stamps to order. So, oh, you're right, Nicole. So not going to be 200, 400 stamps. I probably need, you can get them cheap. You love stamps. That's funny. So say they're inviting 200 people. So they're inviting 200 people. So 300 stamps. So maybe 300 stamps. Buy on Amazon. Is it cheaper? Where is it cheaper to buy these stamps? Where is it cheaper to buy? No, the Forever stamp is for 1 ounce only. 400. I was wondering about Costco. 200 stamps. Oh my God, I'm so stressed out. I'm so stressed out. You can get them for $10 a roll. Oh yeah. I'm so stressed out. Yeah, I am. Because I don't know. And Hannah's like, Mom, get them before. So if, at least I can get a lot of them beforehand. And if we have to buy extra, then that's fine. 1 stamp, yes. Yeah, okay. Well, Meg, you can DM me. I asked the postage mailing place for info regarding postage. Yeah, but I just don't know. That's the problem. We're just trying to buy before it goes up, you know? That's all we're trying to do is just buy before it goes up. Invitations and save the dates. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know, Katie. I just got to buy a majority, I think, just so that way they're cheaper. I'm not worried about the thank you cards. They can do that shit. She can do her own thank you cards. She can have whatever's left over. But I think at that point, I don't need to provide thank you cards. At that point, I don't need to provide. I mean, I think that's something they can do, or I'll help them with. I'm not worried about thank yous. I'm like, at that point, I'm done. I've done my time. So the post office is the best way to go. Okay, then I'll go to the post office. So anyway, yeah, I'm like, I'm done. After this wedding and after all the additional stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I have a daughter too. What's the average cost of a wedding? They say the average cost of a wedding in California, I don't even know if it's just California, is $40,000 to $70,000. $40,000 to $70,000. But yeah. But I'm not paying for the whole thing. I give you what I give you, right? And like for us, right, as old as we are, we're like, take the money and run, right? Take the money and run. Just have a courthouse wedding and let's do like a big reception, right? But kids don't want it, right? So yeah, a down payment. Right away you have baby showers and grandchild. Yes. Well, and you guys got to realize, like, I can only give a certain amount. I'm still paying for grad school. I still give her a monthly, I still have to pay. So, the rule was for me, my rule was if I'm helping you with your grad school, I wasn't paying for her wedding. And Dan's like, well, here's some money. Yeah, I mean, so my thought is exactly, you give them what you give them. If the other parent wants to give them what they give them, the rest is on them, or they have to figure it out based on what they have, right? If they want a wedding. And they're going to realize quickly how expensive things are, especially food and alcohol. So the venue and food and alcohol are the most expensive things. Everything else can be done, and it can be done reasonably, right? But they have to figure it out. I'm not going to be the one to say, I said, you realize you're going to have to probably cut down on your list because you're not going to be able to afford within the budget all these people. Can you message me here? Megan, my email is mrsdcellnorcal3@gmail.com. mrsdcellnorcal3@gmail.com. Me too, Amanda. I say that too, but again, they don't want opinions. They don't want what you should do. They want to do what they want to do. So that's it. Didn't happen. Just got married at his parents' house. Nothing fancy and don't regret it. Exactly. But we see that older, right? We see have a great, save money where you can, save money where you can and save it for your house or save it for something, but they don't see it that way. So they just got to be them. They got to figure it out. They have to figure it out. Again, it's not me. She knows what I think, you know? Dan's like, shit, just have it at the house. We'll do it up. We'll spend a couple $1,000s, you know? We'll spend a couple $1,000s. Well, we're doing it on a winery, so you have to pay for booze. Or go on a honeymoon, right? Like, that's more memorable. I know, Robin, and that's why I'm like, you guys can tell me what they should do all they want. I know what they should do. I said a destination wedding, you know, and pocket the rest of the money. So, anyway. No, yeah, it's them. It is what it is. Your rent-a-dog just had a seizure. Hindsight is always 20/20. I know, same. You know what though? I'm glad. I don't regret my wedding. My wedding was small. It was quaint. It was probably $15,000 back in the day. 20 years ago. 29 years ago. Shit, my anniversary is 20 in a week. 29 years ago, it was $15,000. My mom paid for it with her own money. And sorry, Josh. And I don't regret it, you know? A lot of those people that were there are dead now. A lot of those people are dead now. And it's in my Linktree, Megan, my email address. Did it at 40 people. It was great. Yeah. It's hard to believe. And I don't regret an ounce of money that was spent. An ounce of money. So, and I don't know how many of you guys, you know, but I don't regret an ounce. I loved it, and I'm glad we did it. So, I also, you know, I'll also get it. I also get it. You know what I mean? Beth, I sent her some that I envision her in. I said, this is what I kind of see you in. We're going wedding dress shopping. She comes home in August. And so, she has 3. I told her yesterday, I said, pick out your top 5 or your top. She's like, Mom, already done it. I have my top 3. My top 3. My top 3. So, and they're all close together. So we'll go then. She's just so, she knows to take vitamins now. Oh, Hannah's very clean. Hannah's a very clean eater. Hannah is, she takes all the things, vitamins, and she's a very healthy person. So she's ready. 70 is cheap compared to T-Swift. No shit. Who has that kind of money though, BG? Do you? I sure as hell don't. You know, and if I was in a different place financially, you know, the problem with us is that, you know, we contributed a lot to our kids' educations, right? We paid for all of our kids. We helped them through school. So all of our money, you know, is been used for them. And, you know, Dan, of course, not working and all that stuff. And so we're very limited and we don't know what the future holds. So, yeah. So we can't give as much because of what we're currently doing and paying for. And you know, it is facts of life. I'm not oozing in money. So color scheme will be neutral, but I don't know exactly the neutrals. We don't know exactly yet. So, Grandpa has bucks. Yeah, big bucks. I don't know why everybody thinks Grandpa has so much money. It just makes me laugh. So we go dress shopping. She also is going to look at my wedding dress. My wedding dress is very simple and very classic and very timeless. So she may decide, Mom, I really like this. I don't know. So she's going to look at my wedding dress. She wants to look at my mom. I have both of my mom's dresses that she wore to my wedding. My wedding dress that she wore and my rehearsal dinner dress. So tiny. I didn't realize I forget how tiny she was. There's no date yet because we don't have a venue. So hopefully this week we will lock down a venue. We need to lock down a venue this week. Yeah. So we're hoping to finalize that sometime this week. Yeah. How much are the dresses? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, I don't know anything yet. We haven't gotten that far. Venue is first. No, he bought her a ring. Yeah, he bought her a ring. So he got her a ring. They're not recycling, no. And I don't know if that, traditionally for me, my first ring that I have will go to Dan. Will go to Andrew. And if they want to use it, they can use it. If they don't, or if they just use it for the time being, they can do that. But I want that ring to kind of be a family heirloom type of thing that goes down. Yes, guys, it's fine now. I researched the Sam's and then it was doing that. Thanks. So yeah, I don't know, guys. It's just an exciting time. I mean, I'm excited, you know? I'm excited. Her fiance's trying to become a firefighter. So he's taking, he works as an EMT right now. And he's gonna, hopefully after he finishes his paramedic, get a job as a fireman. So it's exciting, you know? So yeah, and she's gonna be a counselor. So, you know, she'll be able to, you know, now half of the time counseling's done on Zoom. So she can work from home, which will be good too. Especially if she gets pregnant early. Who did weddings among other things? It's insane. I know, it's insane. I know. We got all the other shit. So again, you know, it's something that they're gonna have to figure out. They're gonna have to realize, you know, with the money that they have or don't have. And then, yeah, we need a GoFundMe. A wedding GoFundMe for Hannah and Justin. He would be petrified. He's not into social media. He's not a social media guy. Hannah's social media, she's not against it. And I'm like, Hannah, we should really use our handles to get deals, right? We need to be able to get our deals. You know what I mean? For like the wedding, so this morning I tagged the venues, right? Two out of the three. I'm going to start tagging the venues and I'm going to start tagging, like, she's like, I know I was going to use Dad's name for a couple of the things that and I was like, you know, oh, bye Beachy, I know I got to go too. But, you know, we could do that, you know? I'm sure, like, and look at my husband. He's got over 2 million followers, and he's a big deal. I mean, you know, my husband's more of a big deal than I am. But, you know, she's like, I was going to use Dad's. I was like, do it. Throw him in there. Anything that could, I mean, she's realizing, like, she's going to have to, you know, this is social media can give you the power of, you know, utilizing things like that. Justin probably won't like it as much. But Hannah, she's like, oh, we got to yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Get some sponsors, right, for things. Yep, I agree. And wedding talk is all over my TikTok, right? Because that's what I've been looking. That's what I've been sending her. Great ideas, cheaper things, ways to go for decorations and stuff like that. Flower ideas, that type of thing. And so, like, I send her things all the time. So now everything, it's either everybody gonna pop with that pop your pussy like this, you know, 40 grand. Did you do it on your house, at your house? Yeah. 40 grand. Did they pay for it or did you pay for it? We're looking at Lemoore, which is right over there. I gotta look at, where do they get married? I didn't even know they got married. When they get married, 40 grand, I know. Well, they're gonna have to figure it out. Kyle did most of it. Yeah, well, they're big girls and boys. They make their own money, right now. They're not getting mama's help. Oh, and Auburn, how pretty. I bet it was beautiful. Auburn was a place, but I think Hannah really wants to have it closer to the house. So, a couple places in Lodi, Clarksburg, Lodi, and then I love, she wants to look at Lemoore. We're on schedule to look at that. And McConnell. I mean, McConnell's also a beautiful wedding venue. She wants a barn. And I don't know, did they get married in a barn? That sounds funny. Did they get married in a barn? That barn rustic look, you know, she likes that whimsical, farmy, you know, type of look. That's crazy, Amanda. I had a full wedding here in Nashville for less than $1,000. Shit. Where did you go, Justice of the Peace? Shit. I know, and girls these days are doing it at these courthouses, beautiful courthouses, right? And they're going to the courthouse, doing their thing, and then having a big reception. I mean, that's a cool thing too. I mean, they're really doing it. The Springer House, it's a huge farm. Go to Vegas, quick and easy. Have Elvis marry ya. It's the best damn money you'll ever spend. It's a huge farm. The farm. I love the farms, right? So, we'll see. We have, hopefully we'll get a tour of Lemoore, and then decide. We have to Hanford from Wilton own a venue in Lodi, and yes, a barn style. Yeah, Hanford from Wilton owns a venue in Lodi. Oh, yeah. So, I think piecemealing it would be more expensive. So, that's why. Well, and I said the same thing. I said, our property could be very beautiful at a certain time of year. Dan's like, we could put a couple $1,000s into the yard, make it look really good. I'm like, bruh, I think you are so out of touch with what things cost these days that I think you're lost yourself, like in that. You wanted to do it here, we'd have to get porta potties. I think it'd be more expensive if you don't do it, I think a property would be very beautiful. Like, my property could handle it. Shit, we'll throw a makeshift barn out there. I got pasture. I got weeds. We could fit 200 people out there. I got a horse stall. Does that count for a barn? But yeah, we could do it. We could do it, but she doesn't want. Yours could. Yeah, I could. Out in the pasture. We could have some fun out there in the pasture down yonder. But again, I have no control. I give them money and they do what they want with it. Actually, she's like, Mom, can you just use our money? You just do it and pay for it. And then when we're out, we'll use the other one. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Again, I do not regret my wedding. One iota. But I'm also still with my husband. So I don't know if that matters. But my son had to order porta potty, food truck. Yes, tables and chairs. I mean, we could do all that shit too and have a big tent. We could tent it up out here, have a couple, we are in a court, so we could line the court with food trucks and shit. We could have porta potties. We could do a big, real good up in here. But she doesn't want that, So what do you do? But I don't regret it. So hopefully they're happy with it years down the road. And I'm sure there's a lot of people too who are like thankful, Plywood dance. We can put up some spittoons around. We can do plywood dance floor shit. I'll just get some vinyl. Celeste, we don't need no plywood. I'll get a vinyl roll of laminate and just spread that out and tack it to the ground, and we can slip and slide all night long. Yeah, Cheryl had it all planned. Cheryl and I worked together. K&D Freitas, we worked together, and so she had my kids' births planned. My oldest one was supposed to marry the son, but you wanted Kyle and Jennifer, right? Yeah, Kyle and Jennifer. She wanted to get married. She had it all planned out. She loved my kids. She loved Jennifer more than Hannah, though, because Jennifer was like major tomboy, and Cheryl only has boys, so she did. She loved it. She loved my baby girl. Anyway, all right. I need to get busy and do some work around here. This property doesn't work itself. Shit, I gotta tend to the land. I blew it. I gotta tend to the land. I gotta tend to the land and the chores around this fucker. Fucking same shit I did every day. What'd you do for 4th? Same shit I do every day. Yard work, laundry, clean up after everybody, change diapers, cook food, make food. 4th of July, like I get the fucking day off. Shit. Anyway, I know. Everybody go back to work. Love you, bye. Tonight's live. See you later. Love you, bye.